just left in Typhon, and we left it full. But afterwards we went to 99 Market, which is like an Asian grocery store. And like those places, they have so many snacks and they always look so good. And I just like could not help myself. Immediately at the end, I saw these chocolate crepes. Grabbed a box. Natalie, come here. What do you think about them?
They're very good. They're very crunchy.
They're very crispy, right?
Yeah.
And then at the checkout, literally at the checkout, as my aunt was checking out, I saw these hot pot flavored chips, which is like insane. They're good. They're pretty addicting. I need to put them away, otherwise I'm literally gonna eat them all. The classic that my sister got is these Hello Pandas. These are the vanilla ones. I feel like every other flavor has more flavor than this one, but she got these ones, they're good. You know what I'm worried about though?
Yeah.
Are we really gonna eat all these snacks throughout the next week and a half?
Probably not.
Are we gonna like bring them back home for the airplane? Yeah, I don't know. But we got snackies. We honestly really didn't need to get snacks. We like have so much food from restaurants we've taken out and soft serves. We like never finish anything, but it's okay. Well, it'll all get eaten eventually. We're also going to like Vancouver, or our parents are driving us to Vancouver once they get here. So maybe these could be like good road trip car ride snacks. One thing's for certain, my sister and I, at least I, really want to go on a nice good walk later today. But I think we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, now that I've eaten, I feel better about going immediately. Do you want to do that?
I still want to like rest for an hour.
Okay. We're gonna go home, rest, sit for an hour, and then we're gonna go out to Barnes & Noble. I want to get rainbow sprinkles so I can eat the rest of my soft serve, because I only like soft serve when it has rainbow sprinkles in it. So annoying, but whatever. We're at Barnes & Noble because my sister and I both love Barnes & Noble, and we're incapable of not going to Barnes & Noble anywhere there is a Barnes & Noble. So we're here. I'm excited. There's nothing I have in mind, but who knows? I love books. I always just can't really help myself when it comes to buying books. I just have to say I really love that they're playing Britney Spears. That's awesome. That's the correct music choice. Saying to Natalie that I think that is the first time I've ever been to a bookstore and not gotten a book, which is crazy. I wasn't in the mood for like a non-fiction book. This is like where it gets a little dicey for me. I really just like wanted to buy and read and get a fiction romance book, like a trashy romance novel, and I wanted to get all three of Anna Huang's most recent novels. I love Anna Huang. I know she's on Kindle Unlimited, so I felt like I could not justify buying hard copy covers of her books, also because they are part of her newer series, and so it's not like I'm finishing up hard copy covers of series I already have. I would have to get the new books, or I would just be like getting strays, basically. I wouldn't be starting from the beginning. So I really felt like I could not justify buying 1 to 3 books when I could get, because I'm pretty sure Kindle Unlimited subscription is cheaper than the price of 1 book, and all 3 books are on Kindle Unlimited. So I think that is what I might do, if anything. But yeah, we're going to Target now because I want to get rainbow sprinkles, because I want to put rainbow sprinkles on my leftover soft serve to have. So we're headed to Target now. Anything you want to share?
No.
Show them the book that you got.
I got this book, The Happiness Hypothesis.
Tell us why you decided to get that one.
It's basically just about like how like the author essentially like he takes like different theories or ideas of happiness from like, I don't know, like the ancient like civilizations, and kind of sees how we can apply them to modern life.
Yeah, sounds interesting. I see that he also wrote the Anxious Generation. Did you read that book?
Not yet.
Are you planning to?
Maybe in the future.
Fair enough. All right, we're headed off to Target.
Auto shoe.
Today was both an extremely productive day and also kind of not. I feel like the day went by so fast, but I also feel like I did so much. But now that I am reflecting on it and got the camera out, I'm ready to talk about my day. I can't talk about anything. What did I do today? The first thing I did is I sat down and I edited my video. Very proud of myself. Happy with myself for doing that. And then we went to Din Tai Fung. Yummy, very delicious. Honestly, not as delicious as I was expecting, but we can get into that later. I don't think this is a hot take, but I think when any restaurant gets too big and becomes too big of a chain, it's difficult to maintain the standard, you know? So Din Tai Fung was good, but was it the best Taiwanese/Chinese-ish food I've ever had? Honestly, no. We picked up some groceries because my Aunt Carrie made me beef noodle soup for dinner. It was so delicious. I definitely had a little bit too much, but it was so good. Oh, my sister and I went to Barnes & Noble and Target. My sister got books. I didn't get any books. I just renewed my Kindle Unlimited subscription. So I will be reading. I want to read Anna Huang's latest books. So King of Sloth, King of Greed, and The Striker. These are her 3 books that I honestly might have read King of Sloth already, but I don't remember it and I want to remember it. So I'm gonna read that. And then the other 2 books I mentioned as well. And then, I don't know. But I'm really excited for tomorrow because I am making it a point to go to the Seattle Art Museum. I am really excited to go. I haven't researched any of the exhibits. I don't know, I've mentioned this before, but I feel like in whatever city I go to, I always somehow end up at an art museum, and it's something that kind of confused me for a long time, but it's something that I'm going to just like embrace and go for, and I am really excited to go and just like see how Seattle defines art, I guess, what the Seattle standard of art is. I'm curious and excited to see what artists they have and just be around art. I love art museums. I guess I've always given off the vibe that I really love art museums to everyone in my life because whenever I visit my friends, they always take me to art museums. So I've been to a lot, and you know what, at this point I'm just gonna embrace it and go for it. I myself really love to make art. I love art museums. I'm excited to go tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to get at. That is my main objective for tomorrow. And then since that's in downtown Seattle, I think my sister and I are just gonna go to Pike Place for lunch afterwards. And then my sister is really into vintage clothing, so we're hoping to find a consignment shop. That's all I have to say for now. I am just getting my steps in. Just wanted to get some steps in, so I'm on the treadmill. Walking myself, walking away. Woo-wee. Okay. The endorphins are hitting, which is good. I needed some movement, but yes, I'm gonna continue to get my steps in, and then you guys will probably see me tomorrow. But bye for now. Julie and I ran into our first hiccup of the day, which ended up not being such a huge hiccup, thank God. Our first parking garage that we found, way too expensive. Makes sense, it was literally waterfront downtown Seattle. So Natalie, brilliant Natalie, found a really inexpensive parking lot. Still somewhat close to the water, but not up front, close to the water. The only issue is we had no idea how the parking meter garage thingy worked. We thought we might need a ticket and nothing printed out. Thankfully, we don't need one. The credit card is the ticket. And so we're on our way to lunch now. Thankfully, it all worked out. We don't need a ticket.
Yeah.
So we're good. Natalie, do you want to tell them where we're going for lunch?
Oh, we're going to this place called Mishu Deli. It seems like a regular American deli that makes sandwiches.
Yeah, I was really in the mood for a sandwich. I was really craving one. So I requested my sister to find one, and she has, and so we're headed now. It's only a 5-minute walk, so not that bad.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so my plan for the day is to go to the art museum. That's just like where, which one's the ground floor? It's the lobby. Thank you. Okay, remember we're on floor D.
Okay.
It's gonna go to the left.
Okay, thank you. So after lunch at the deli, my plan is just to go to the art museum. That's literally where I want to spend all my time today, and maybe Pike Place, but really the art museum for me. My sister, what's your plan for the day? What? Nordstrom, right? Yeah. Sister is a big shopping girly. I thought she would want to go vintage, but
I mean, like, they all seem kind of far out.
like where?
Like, there's like I think they're mostly like outside of Seattle or like,
In what neighborhood?
I think like Kirkland.
You know what? We'll do research on it at lunch.
Okay.
But let's figure out where we're going for lunch first.
Towards Pine Street.
Okay, so the original plan I thought was to go to Pike Place after the art museum, but I think we're going for lunch instead, which is exciting, and I think it'll be good because it's also lunchtime. I'm kind of hungry, and there's so many food options nearby. It's also a little chilly, so I put on my jacket, but yeah. Okay, will you show them what you got?
I got the mushroom ravioli.
There we go. All right, eat it. Tell us how it is.
Very good. Very umami.
Umami?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna... This is my roasted chicken sandwich. I'm gonna take a bite. Look at that. I feel like it looks so good. Oh, that's good. That's so bad.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good too. I think the food we got is a good balance of hot and cold.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've left the actual museum portion of the Seattle Art Museum. I'm technically not allowed to film, so I took a ton of pictures, and then at the end I got to the African exhibits and I found this divination vase, and I tried to draw a little portion of it. There's no way I would have time to draw the whole thing. I am meeting my sister now. We're going to go to a consignment store that's just like 10 minutes away. The museum entrance fee was $33 for an adult, and I think it was pretty worth it. I'll talk about some of the exhibits all. So I saw the Ai Weiwei exhibit, which he's a Chinese artist that's apparently known a lot more outside of America. His art definitely focuses a lot on like the definition of value and valuable, and it questions like existing systems. A lot of his work is very, very rebellious of existing government systems, of existing structures. And I feel like I have to say his art is good because it made me feel really uncomfortable at times, like reading how he made some of his art and why and what it all meant made me really uncomfortable. And one of his exhibits is a recreation of his prison cell when he was detained by Chinese authorities, and I didn't even step inside it. He like literally built like a room that you like go inside, and it's a recreation of his prison cell, and I couldn't even like really bear to go in. I just kind of peeked inside and felt unsettled. After that, I like really just left the Ai Weiwei exhibit, but I do think if you're in Seattle and you have the opportunity to see it, you should. And then I went to go look at the European art that I felt right at home at. I love looking at European art. I feel like they had a lot of Rembrandt etchings, like a decent collection of them, and I feel like it really reinforced my feelings of feeling like Seattle and Amsterdam are kind of reminiscent. Just because in Amsterdam, I literally went to the Rembrandt House Museum and I saw a ton of his etchings. They also have a decent amount of Rembrandt paintings here. I will say, I do think if you have to look at art in America, I think the European art collections are better on the East Coast. Like, I think obviously the Smithsonians have a phenomenal collection. Even more obviously, if you have the opportunity to go to Europe and see the art housed in these artists' home countries, it's just phenomenal and it's incomparable. But I still love to look at it just because it's like my favorite period of art to look at. The Romanticism period, the Impressionism period, the Baroque period, these are like my favorite eras of art. But yeah, I need to go find my sister. I have no idea where she is. I thought I had an idea where she is, but I don't think I have an idea at all, and I need to find her. Oh my god, my sister and I literally just switched places. She came to me and I came to her, and we somehow just like both missed each other. I know exactly where she is now. Enough yapping on my part. I'm headed to find my sister, and then we are gonna go to the consignment store, and I'm very excited. And then we should go home, and that should be a full day's worth of activities. I love stationery, and my sister and I just so happened to stumble into these two stationery shops, and I'm like genuinely tweaking out a little bit. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Okay, give me a second. I need to be with myself. Found a vintage store, Alexandra's. So I am parked at their seating section waiting for her now. I am not really in the mood to buy anything, so I am not really letting myself look at anything. The last time I went to a consignment store and let myself even look, I bought something. In fact, I'm wearing it now. But they have really cool fashion magazines, so I've been flipping through this one. The cover, I think, is a piece done by Ray Kawakubo. And then I see another one done by William Defoe. So depending on how long my sister takes, I might pull that one out and flip through it.